Remote on Xfinity from Comcast.
Well, get ready for a hike. The Federal Reserve expected to raise interest rates this week. It comes after the Labor Department announced 235,000 new jobs were added in February, and the unemployment rate ticked lower. So what does it all mean for the economy and your wallet? Joining us now, Gene Marks, a CPA, a small business advocate, and contributor to the Washington Post on small business and public policy. You agree that this rate hike is coming, Gene?
Yeah, it's definitely coming. You know, it's funny with all the yelling and screaming about healthcare that's been going on, right? You know, just quietly, we're also going to have an increase in interest rates as well, and it's absolutely going to be happening this week. In fact, it'll be the first of three projected rate increases that'll happen in 2017. So yeah, interest rates they're going up, John.
Well, that's good news for people who save, right? What about people who hold mortgages or are shopping for a mortgage?
Yeah, you know, first of all, I think it's more good news than bad news, and let's talk about savers. You know, to start with, you're absolutely right. I mean, look, you and I, you put your money in your savings account right now, and it's earning basically next to nothing. I think my money market account earns like 0.5% interest. So any increase in an interest rate will then filter down to savers like us, where hopefully we have some other options than having to go to the stock market, which has proved to be volatile and risky. So I think that's a good thing for people that want to put money away in savings. Now, mortgage holders. For the construction industry, excuse me, as we're moving into 2017, if we know right now that rates are going to be increasing 3 times throughout 2017, my bet is that a lot of people that are wanting to buy homes now are looking at that and are thinking, I'd better lock into my mortgage now rather than later so I can take advantage of those lower rates. So I think that's, first of all, a good thing for the construction industry. I think that's a good thing for the banking industry. It'll be not only just consumers doing that, but I think a lot of my small business clients, they're going to want to be doing the same thing. So all that is good stuff. Now, if you have a fixed rate mortgage, you're okay, and you're paying historically low rates right now. So if you're looking to buy a house or you're looking to make that kind of a purchase, now is a really good time to close that loan.
But is there the prospect that this hike in rates could damage economic activity?
Yeah, I mean, people are always concerned about that, and people are concerned of the fact that higher interest rates will pull back on growth. And by the way, growth in the economy really has not been that great. Even, it's projected for 2016, our economic growth was only about 1.7%, which isn't great. But you know what? The Fed is taking a chance right now, John. They're looking at unemployment. They're looking at high employment levels and new jobs added. They're looking at optimism that's going on in the economy and particularly among a lot of businesses, both small and large. And they're making a bet that there will be growth this year, and they've got to control that growth sometime because they're concerned about inflation growing along with them. So they want to make sure that they keep the growth itself under some type of control, and that's important. Now, I'll tell you another really interesting thing about interest rates rising. It could make goods cheaper for us as well. A lot of the stuff that we buy right now are imported. The higher that interest rates go in the U.S., the more attractive, the stronger our dollar gets. And the stronger our dollar gets, the more attractive it is not only for people to invest here, but also we have more purchasing power. Now, Donald Trump might not like that because we have a lot of discussions about trade this year and the imbalance in our trade deficit. But at least for consumers, for at least this year, it could give us some better deals and lower prices. So I'm kind of happy that interest rates are going up. I'm bullish about it.
You mentioned the health care bill just a moment ago, and we now know the numbers with the CBO having put out the price tag on the Republican plan to replace Obamacare. The Congressional Budget Office finds that under the American Health Care Act as proposed, millions of Americans would lose or forego their health insurance. But what would it mean for the health care market overall? Are costs going to come down?
Yeah, let's talk about average Americans. I mean, you and me. I mean, when we look at what our healthcare bills are, what people are paying, this year healthcare's increases are pretty much locked in. My prediction is that healthcare premiums are going to continue to go up, John, over the next couple of years. And the biggest reason why is it's just uncertainty. This Republican plan is going to take 2 to 3 years to eventually take effect. It is going to have a lot of effect on a lot of markets. There's going to be a lot of political scrambling, and the insurance companies are going to have to adjust themselves to that new reality. When there is uncertainty, businesses put money away for reserves and for cushions, and to do that, they're going to continue to see premium increases. All of us, I think, are going to see that over the next 2 to 3 years. Now, After that, after 2020, there are absolutely going to be some winners and losers. I mean, people that are lower income, they're going to struggle to get subsidies, and they're going to have less subsidies than they're getting right now. People that are older are also going to find themselves having less subsidies. But there is one thing, there is one group of people that are really benefiting from this, and that's employers, John. I mean, when I talk to my clients, they no longer have the mandate now, if this passes, to provide health insurance. They will have more flexibility and options to offer their employees.
And
it might give those employees the ability to get more affordable health care long term.
Could be good for job creation. Gene Marks.
It could be.
Gene, thank you.
Thanks, John. Take care.
Well, new in the next